there was a guy on the compound by the name of KB. He was a massive titan that displayed extreme violence towards other inmates in the administration. He was a no-nonsense dude with a big chip on his shoulder and dared you to touch it. Most inmates stayed away from him due to his aggressive behavior. You see, before KB found himself locked up with the rest of us, he was running with the 49ers practice team until he got hurt on the field and they no longer needed his services. And what was the result of them cutting him? He lost his income, which led to him getting involved into moving illegal substances and pushing that hammer on people that might want to violate him by coming up short with that money or coming up short with that product. In 2009, he had found himself on the run for aggravated assault on a police officer. You see, KB was shorted on a little something. So he upped the hammer on the dude that shorted him on the product, had them turn around, spread his legs, spread his hands, and gave him a full shakedown. Turned his pockets out and started getting what was owed to him. When an off-duty cop yelled out, "Stop, police!" KB then punched the dude in the back of the head with the butt of the hammer and took off down the alley. The off-duty cop took off after KB. After a short foot chase, KB ducked behind some garbage cans. When the cop ran past the garbage cans, KB sprung into action and got the pounding on him. Hands and feet was activated on this cop. He had him pinned down gorilla style. Boom, 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 boom. He then hears other cops in the distance saying, "Hey, stop, police, police." KB then cocks back and hit the cop as hard as he can in the back of the head. Bow! Knock the cop out cold. Then he get up and take off running down the alley again. At this point, the K9 unit is on the scene and Rover is on all fours right behind KB. KB running with the hammer in his right hand. He turns around and pow, 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 pow. Rover is no more. See, KB wasn't with all that dog biting action. A couple weeks ago by, and the guy that KB originally had spread it out there that tried to short him on that you-know-what, gave the police all the information that they needed to get a no-knock warrant for KB Krieger, which led to the apprehension of Kevin Jerome Bell, aka KB. Now let's get to it. My first time seeing KB was when I was on the yard. I saw this huge guy standing over there by the basketball court. What stood out about this guy was that he was the tallest, biggest dude that I ever seen while locked up. Now, I'm a pretty big dude myself, but standing next to this dude, I was like a shrimp. I mean, this cat was about 6'8", 300 pounds, a pure mean machine. So anyway, he's standing there watching these guys play 4-on-4 basketball. When a guy airball and hit KB in the arm, KB then take the ball and chuck it across the yard. One of the basketball players was like, "Hey nigga, you gonna go get that ball." KB, without no warning, ran up on the dude and put them hammers on him, causing the dude to fall to the ground unconscious. KB then turned to the two cats and was like, "What's up?" They was like, "No, we good, while they was helping their homeboy up. And KB just turned away and just walked off. I know for a fact that it was this guard by the name of Mr. Dinkles seeing all this unfold. And he did absolutely nothing about it. Probably in fear that he didn't want no smoke with KB. The next time I would see KB, or should I say be in close proximity of this monster, was in the chow hall. I was 3 people behind the next person getting served in the lunch line. When I noticed KB just skipped the line, there was a white guy that we called Spud, because he had a head shaped like a potato. He was country than a mother. Spud was like, "Say man, don't you see everybody in here waiting in line?" KB turned around and was like, "White boy, don't you ever talk to me like that. I'll punch you all in your chest and make you my wife." Then he looked at everybody down the line and around the lunchroom was like, "And ain't none of y'all ain't gonna do nothing about it." As soon as that last word left KB's mouth, the guy that he cut it right in front of directly took his tray and was like, BAM! KB went to stumbling. And the dude got to hitting him with the tray. Boom, 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 boom. Spud ran down on KB too, hitting him with some rib shots. Boom, 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 boom. For a second, I thought KB was about to get handled by these 2 inmates. Then KB just grabbed Spud by his ankles snatched him down and got the pound on him out, while the other dude that was hitting him with the tray, he grabbed him by his collar, brought him down, and got to working him out, unleashing a storm of uppercuts on these two now victims of KB. It was about 4 or 5 guards that rushed in and dogpiled KB. They started hitting him with the batons. They started hitting him with the mace. Y'all know me, I hit the deck immediately and grabbed a piece of the wall in the back corner. I wasn't trying to inhale none of that mace and trigger my asthma. Anyway, looking back at this melee unfold, for one split second, I thought KB was going to dominate them officers. But fatigue set in and, well, they whipped KB out. It was like Thanos fighting the Avengers, but they whipped him out. They cuffed him up and sent him to medical. Now word spread throughout the compound that KB needed to get put off the yard because he was such a huge threat to all the other inmates. When he first got there, the Bloods approached him. The Crips approached him. Other various black gangs approached him, and he turned all of them down with disrespect, but nobody wanted to smoke with him. So naturally, he had to go, one way or the other. So when Spud and that other guy did what they did to KB in the lunchroom, it bought the gang some time. So word got out that the Bloods was going to carry this hit out to get KB off the yard. I had a cellmate that ran his mouth about the Bloods' business. You see, he was a Blood himself that just couldn't hold water for nothing. You know the type who you tell something to, and before sundown, everybody on the compound know your business. Well, that was him. Oh, don't worry, he got violated by his gang many a times for running his mouth. They didn't put him off the set because he was a soldier and he had pushed that blade whenever needed. And that's valuable while locked up. And that's valuable to an organization, knowing that they got a soldier that'll push that blade at any given moment. So anyway, my bunkie telling me like, yo, I'm gonna hit up KB when he get out of medical. I'm like, you doing it by yourself? He's like, yeah. I said, dude, you better get some backup. He's like, man, I ain't worried about him, man. I'm gonna walk up to him and I'm gonna put that blade in him and just see what it's gonna be. I'm like, you see what he did to Spud them in the lunchroom, right? He was like, no, I ain't see it, but I heard about it. But I mean, he just one man. Plus my homie's gonna be standing by if anything go wrong. I'm like, all right. If you enjoyed this KB episode, make sure you hit that like button. I'm dropping a new video every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. I'm out.